every podcast that I've been a part of, in some capacity, there's a spreadsheet involved, whether it's for a content calendar, whether it's for, there's shows where, like even the Star Wars podcast I do, the whole thing's about ranking all Star Wars content ever made. And having really dynamic spreadsheets has helped make the show more rich because when your
Mhm.
entire and yeah, it's a Star Wars podcast, but really it's data. And what we're really talking about over the course of years is we're going to collect data slowly based on these reviews, based on these instances, and have all of these different metrics put together. That without a spreadsheet, not impossible, but it would be such a not fun process that, spreadsheets just make possible. You think about it, spreadsheets, especially when you're coming from the strategy position, if you're going to like export data, whether it's from your CRM, from YouTube, for your podcast platform, it's all in some spreadsheet. May not be an
Mhm.
Excel format, but it's CSV or whatever. You're going to take that and you can make it meaningful pretty easily with creating filters. And, this entire episode I'm realizing is just really one big love letter to spreadsheets and nothing else, and apologetically so. They're great. And what I want to get out of it, especially with the community that we're engaging with here, I know a lot of designers that one, don't know how to use Excel, and two, just kind of refuse to learn. And I think that's
Yeah.
kind of my thing here is I want to just fanboy for a while and say, you should. Like I'm talking to a videographer right now to say, like, okay, actually, it's very applicable. I was talking to a videographer I know, and I said, and he's insanely talented. I cannot stress enough. And what I said is, if you talk to a business owner and you say, I can make this video for you, I can make it dynamic and do all these cool things, a lot of them will say, that's great, but what do I do with it? Then
Mhm.
what? So if you can show them the product, that's 50% the battle. If you can have data on the other side and say, and this is why it's meaningful to use me to make this, because by doing so, we have results that are statistically significant that prove having this kind of video leads to more engagement on your website, leads to higher click through in the contact us page, whatever else. Now you got that other 50% that say, oh, this works. It's worth my investment. There's an ROI here. And so if you're a designer, whatever else, being able to use those spreadsheets, it's for me, it's the language of business.
It is. It really is. Um, and there's so many opportunities when you have that well-structured data to make
Mhm.
use of it. Like, you know, setting aside analytics, which is a big part of spreadsheets, and I'm sure we're going to come back to that. I manage a lot of gaming sites for tabletop RPGs, and one of them, the author wants to collect up people who have used that their game to make like derivative games. And there's a Google form where it's like, hey, I made this game using your rules, and here's the name of it, and here's where to find it. And they want to collect that up and they want to share that because like they open source their rules. All right, which I think is a great thing. And I was charged with like building the website, and I was just like, okay, so do I really want to copy paste all of this
Mm.
into a web page or into a content management system every time this happens? Like, this is like, I'm not getting paid very much for this project, so like I want to automate it. So what I did was I've got a Google form. People who have like their game, they submit it. That submission runs a an automation that sends an email to me and the author of the game, and the author of the game reviews it and says yes or no. The author always says yes, but
Mhm.
the author says yes or no. The author says yes. I then tell the website to re-render because the website is pulling the data from the spreadsheet from the form. And so I don't have to do anything except for push a button to say re-render the website. And like
Mm.
that's it. Like I don't have to do anything else. And I don't have to copy paste. I don't have to do anything. It's all there in the spreadsheet. If there needs to be any edits made, the author can go in and make edits to that spreadsheet. and then I just push the re-render button, and that's it. It's really nice.
Mm,
So it makes it convenient. And so I could not do that without that spreadsheet, without that information. Like if I was sent like individual emails, can you add this product to the page? Like it would be a hassle. It would be something I would have to add to my like to-do queue. Whereas now, like everything, just about everything is automated on it because of the spreadsheet at the center of everything.
mm.
So it makes it, I view it as making the creative process easier.